Let me ask you something. What if I told you that the moment a car salesman says the words "what? Monthly payment, are you comfortable with?" That's not a question. That's a trap door opening beneath your feet. And 90% of people walk right through it, smile on their face, keys in their hand, thinking they just got a great deal. Here's the number that stopped me cold. The average new car payment in America right now is $735 a month. Some people are paying $900, over $1,000 for a car, a depreciating asset, something that loses 20% of its value the second you drive it off the lot. But here's what nobody talks about. It's not just the payment that's killing you. It's the system behind that payment. A system that's been engineered, refined, and perfected over 60 years specifically to make you feel like you're winning while you're actually losing. Today I'm going to pull back the curtain on exactly how this works, and by the end of this video, you'll never walk into a dealership the same way again. Stay with me, because what I'm about to show you is genuinely shocking. Here's the uncomfortable truth most financial YouTubers gloss over. Car dealerships are not in the business of selling cars. They are in the business of selling monthly payments. There's a massive difference, and that difference is costing the average American hundreds of thousands of dollars over their lifetime. Think about this. When you walk into a dealership and you say, "I'm looking for something around $400 a month," you just handed them the keys to your wallet. Because here's how a dealership hears that sentence. "I don't care about the total price. I don't care about the interest rate. I don't care about the loan term. I just need this number to look small." And they are world class at making numbers look small. They'll stretch your loan from 48 months to 72 months to 84 months, 7 years, just to bring that monthly payment down. They'll bury fees inside the financing. They'll roll your negative equity from your last car into this loan. They'll add warranties, gap insurance, paint protection, fabric protection, things you never ask for, all neatly folded into one affordable number, and you'll drive away feeling great until the math catches up with you. A $45,000 truck financed at 8.9% over 84 months. Your payment looks reasonable, maybe $720 a month, but by the time you're done, you've paid $60,480 for a truck that's now worth maybe $22,000. That's not a car purchase. That's a financial catastrophe dressed up in a bow. And here's the part that makes me angry. None of this is illegal. It's not even hidden. It's just designed to be confusing. The dealership knows the math. They're counting on the fact that you don't. So here's what this video is going to do. I'm going to walk you through exactly how the monthly payment trap works, step by step, tactic by tactic. I'm going to show you the specific psychological tricks dealerships use, the numbers they manipulate, and the questions they never want you to ask. And then I'm going to give you a simple framework, 3 rules, that will completely change how you approach buying a car. No fluff, no obvious advice like save money and buy with cash, real, actionable insight you can use the next time sitting across from a finance manager. Let's go. A few years ago, my buddy Marcus, a smart guy, engineer, makes good money, decided it was time to upgrade his car. He did his research, watched the reviews, found the SUV he wanted, walked into the dealership at the MSRP, knowing roughly what he wanted to pay. He was prepared, or so he thought. The salesman was friendly, no pressure. They test drove the car. It was perfect. Marcus loved it. Then they sat down to talk numbers. "What are you looking to spend monthly?" The salesman asked. Marcus said, "I was thinking somewhere around $550. The salesman nodded, typed something, left to talk to his manager, came back, said they could do $549 a month. Marcus shook hands, signed the papers, drove home happy. 2 weeks later, he was telling me about the deal over dinner. I asked him one question. What was the total price of the vehicle after financing? He didn't know. We pulled out his contract. The car's negotiated price was $42,000. The loan term was 72 months. The interest rate was 9.4%. There was $3,200 in dealer add-ons he barely remembered agreeing to. Total amount paid over the life of the loan, $59,400. For a car he financed at $42,000. That's $17,400 in interest and fees, gone. No asset, no return, just gone. And Marcus is smart. He's an engineer. He just got played by the oldest trick in the dealership playbook. Focus on the monthly payment, ignore everything else. That story is not unusual. It's the rule, not the exception. Alright, let's break down exactly how this system works. These are the 6 core tactics dealerships use to trap you with the monthly payment illusion. The second you say a number, any number, the salesman locks onto it like a missile. $500 a month. Absolutely. We can make that work. What they don't tell you is they're going to make it work by extending your loan term, increasing the vehicle price, or burying fees. They don't care about the price of the car. They care about hitting your number. Because once you agree to the payment, you've agreed to everything else. The fix: never answer the monthly payment question. Say, I'm focused on the total, out the door price. Watch how fast the conversation changes. This is a classic dealership negotiation technique. They put a piece of paper in front of you, divided into 4 boxes: vehicle price, trade-in value, down payment, and monthly payment. The trick: they move numbers between the boxes, give you more on your trade-in, raise the vehicle price, lower the monthly payment, extend the term. Every box affects the others, and they control all of them. The customer stares at the boxes, gets overwhelmed, focuses on the one number that feels most familiar, the monthly payment, and signs. The fix: negotiate each box independently. First agree on the vehicle price, then, and only then, discuss the trade-in. Never let them combine the negotiations. This is the biggest one and the most dangerous. Extending a loan from 48 months to 72 months drops your monthly payment significantly. It feels like a win. It is not a win. Here's what a 72-month loan at 8% does to you. You pay significantly more in total interest. You're underwater on the vehicle for most of the loan, meaning you owe more than it's worth. And you're essentially locked into this car until the very end. Trade it in early. You'll roll that negative equity into your next loan. Welcome to the debt spiral. Population: millions of Americans. The fix: never go beyond 48 months on a car loan. Ideally 36. If you can't afford the payment on a 48-month loan, you can't afford the car. Full stop. You've just survived the sales floor. You're feeling good. The hard part is over. Right? Wrong. Now you walk into the finance and insurance office. This is where dealerships make a significant portion of their actual profit. Extended warranties, gap insurance, paint protection, wheel and tire packages, VI and etching, credit life insurance. All of these products are presented quickly, confidently, and casually rolled into your monthly payment. It's only an extra $28 a month. You're tired. You want to go home. You say yes. That $28 a month times 72 months. That's $2,016 for a warranty you probably didn't need and definitely overpaid for. The fix: go into the F&I room prepared. Decide in advance what you will and won't buy. Say no thank you to everything else. You can always buy an extended warranty later, often cheaper, from a third party. You have a trade-in. You still owe $8,000 on it. The dealer offers you $6,000 for it. That $2,000 gap. That's negative equity. Most dealers will offer to take care of it by rolling it into your new loan. Sounds helpful. Is devastating. Now you're financing a new car plus $2,000 of old debt, paying interest on all of it, and starting your new loan already underwater. This cycle, trade in, roll equity, finance more, repeat, is how people end up in $900 a month car payments and genuinely cannot figure out how they got there. The fix: know your payoff amount before you go to the dealership. If you're underwater, either pay down the loan first or keep the car until you have positive equity. Do not roll negative equity. Ever. Here's something most people don't know. The dealership is almost certainly not giving you the best interest rate available to you. They get a rate from the bank, let's say 6%. They tell you the rate is 9%. The difference, that's called the dealer reserve. It goes straight into their pocket. This is completely legal, and it's happening to almost everyone who finances through a dealership. The fix: get pre-approved for a car loan through your bank or credit union before you set foot in a dealership. Know your rate. Then, if the dealer can beat it, great. If not, you use yours. This single step can save you thousands. Now here's where it gets interesting, because I want to tell you something that the dealership industry really doesn't want you to know. The entire monthly payment system, every tactic I just described, only works on one condition: that you never ask the right question. The right question is simple. What is the total amount I will pay for this vehicle, including all fees, insurance, and interest, over the full life of this loan? That's it. That one question dismantles the entire machine, because that number, the real number, is the one they never voluntarily show you. They'll show you monthly payment breakdowns. They'll show you total financed amount, but the grand total, the full damage, you have to ask. You have to calculate it yourself, or you have to watch videos like this one. Here's another open loop. Why do car loans work differently from mortgages? When you buy a house, everyone obsesses over the total cost. People negotiate rates fiercely. Nobody says, I just want the monthly payment to be under $1,500. I don't care about anything else. But with cars, a depreciating asset worth a fraction of a home, people do exactly that every single day. That psychological shift didn't happen by accident. It was cultivated by an industry that benefits massively from keeping you focused on the smallest, most comforting number available. And there's one more thing I want you to sit with. The average person buys 7 to 12 cars in their lifetime. If each purchase costs you an extra $10,000 to $15,000 in unnecessary interest, fees, and bad decisions, that's potentially $100,000 to $180,000 over your life. Money that could have gone to retirement, to your kids' education, to actual wealth building, all surrendered, willingly, in pursuit of an affordable monthly payment. So let's bring this home with the 3 rules: simple, memorable, powerful. Rule 1. Total price first, always. Before any other conversation happens, establish the out-the-door price of the vehicle. That means the negotiated price, taxes, fees, everything. Written down, agreed upon. Before you talk trade-in, before you talk financing, before you talk monthly payment, the total price is the foundation. Build everything else on top of it. Rule 2. Bring your own financing. Walk into every dealership with a pre-approved loan from your bank or credit union in your pocket. This does 2 things. It tells you exactly what rate you qualify for, and it completely neutralizes the rate markup tactic. You are no longer dependent on the dealership for financing. That changes your entire negotiating position. Rule 3. Never buy a car to afford on a 48-month loan if the numbers only work at 72 or 84 months. The car is too expensive for you right now. That's not a judgment. That's math. Wait. Save. Buy something cheaper, or buy used. The monthly payment is a mirage. The 48-month rule keeps you anchored to reality. Look, car dealerships are not evil. They're businesses. They're doing exactly what businesses do, optimizing for their own profit. The problem isn't them. The problem is that we were never taught how their system works. Nobody sat us down in school and said, here's what the 4 square is. Here's what dealer reserve means. Here's why 84-month loans are a financial trap. That information asymmetry is the real trap. And now you don't have it anymore. So the next time someone asks you, what monthly payment are you comfortable with? You smile, you lean back, and you say, I'm focused on the total out-the-door price. What's the best you can do on that? Watch what happens. If you found this valuable, share it with someone who's about to buy a car. It might be the most important thing they watch this year. See you in the next one.